Good morning, warriors. Back with another episode of our morning talk. We're going to be a short one on this one because I've kind of running a little bit late. But hope you guys doing well. This is March 14th, 2022. It's a great day today. It looks a little bit warmer. We're getting closer to springtime, which is nice. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to continue our talk a little bit briefly on good and evil, and the evil one again. But the thing is once again, shout out the deck for a nice question, talking about this and being able to kind of focusing on good and evil a little bit here. Before we do that, go ahead and subscribe, like, comment, and we'll kind of get started here a little bit. So once again, we talk about Adam and Eve. The whole idea of Adam and Eve, once again, is the idea that there is evil. And even though everything is paradise, people still will have that notion, I want to see what's on the other side. I'm curious, right? I want to focus on what's on the other side, and I want to go ahead and kind of experience this. And so this temptation that comes from that is something that can really hurt us, but we don't realize it. And once they had the apple, they all of a sudden, saw things, and now God punished them by showing them everything about life, whether it was childbirth or anything else, the good and the bad of life. Now, you can argue, well, that's the way life is. Well, but the thing is that what you're trying to strive for is the paradise of being with your Lord and Creator. And this is why I'm on my streak now, because that's my goal. And once I dedicated my goal to that, then all of a sudden this became a little easier. It was 45 years of not being able to do this that I struggled with. So now, when we talk about the evil one, the whole idea is to realize that the evil one is always going to be there. You can't go ahead and just say, okay, I'm going to peek here, I'm going to look at another picture here, I'm going to go ahead and have a little intercourse here, do this, and not be affected. And I think the whole idea is that you want to go ahead and realize that it is important to really keep this as a lifestyle change and to focus on something that is going to be something that you're going to continue to have discipline with. And that's kind of the whole key to this. You always have to stay diligent no matter where you're at. I'm at 649 days of NoFap, and I'm at 174 days of monk mode. And so we're getting closer and closer to our goal every day. Now, I had 12 years on my docket, so I got a long way to go, but I'm taking it one step at a time. And this is definitely the longest streak, and I can tell you that, it's just a tremendous feeling. I mean, you're starting to feel like that you're kind of moving. You can understand what the paradise type of thing is. But what ends up happening is that when people get you in different modes and they tempt you, now you're looking at a different type of reality, and you're not going to be in the right reality in your mind. And this is key. So as you look at temptation's there. The evil one will always be around, and you cannot let that door open. I always reflect back on my favorite character. Maybe this is why I do this, is I focus back on Dracula and the vampire and Bela Lugosi back in the old days. And I always liked the fact, I didn't like the fact, but I know the fact that you cannot let the vampire into your house unless you invite them in. And the same thing goes with the evil one. You cannot let the evil one into your house. If you let them into your house, then all of a sudden they will take over, and now you become more and more tempted, and it's very hard to get rid of that evil one. And it doesn't take a lot of time. It just takes a little looks here and there. It takes a little bit chasing here and there, and all of a sudden you're back, back and relapsing and things like that. And I know because that happened to me for 45 years, so I have a lot of experience with that aspect of things. But you have to realize that it's important to stay diligent, stay disciplined to the point where you know exactly what your goals are and what your intent is. Don't focus on these other things around you that are tempting you. Focus on where you want to go, focus on the goals you have, and block it out. I know even at night when I get into different types of ideas and things I'm thinking about, I always try to go back to my main 3 goals. And so subconsciously I'm trying to kind of put that into my brain, that these 3 things are things that are the most important things to kind of focus on. And that's being God, my finances, and my physical type of staying in shape and things like that. Those are the types of things that I focus on whenever I go back into negative thoughts or things like that. And I think it's important to kind of redirect your thoughts if possible. Sometimes you can't. The evil one's going to come in and try to do that. But the more you can do that, I believe the more stronger you are when it comes to, dreams at night, things like that. And then during the day, you have a little more control over that. Don't allow worry and anxiety to seep in. And certainly don't allow yourself to get caught being tempted and letting the evil one in the door. So this is really, to me, an important point. It goes back to a shout out to Deck on a nice question about Adam and Eve, because beyond Adam and Eve, we're talking about human nature. And human nature is always trying to say, what is something that is beyond what I'm looking at? And looking at the temptation and people feeling, oh, I'm not going to get really anything out of life, excitement, unless I try a lot of scary things or things that make my adrenaline go or things like that. And I think this is another one of those things that there's another one of those temptations and mirages and matrix things that people give you. The fact of the matter is that paradise and being at peace with yourself is not necessarily something you have to have a high anxiety for and things like that. But we're in this kind of world where people don't move, they don't get excited unless they have some kind of drama or something going on that makes them kind of get out of their normal reality of things. So that's a very interesting type of thing to kind of look at. So, all right, well, my friends, I'm going to cut this one a little bit short today because I'm going to go in a second and teach. But I want to wish you guys a great day. Have a great day, warriors. Battle on and continue to keep moving, and we'll talk again soon. God bless you guys. Take care.